Picture the scene. It's a beautiful sunny day and you're a gin and tonic lover. Now the problem that you might have is that a full bottle of gin is really difficult to transport because on its own, that's already taking up a lot of space in your handbag. And then you're adding tonics on top of that. Before you know it, you're lugging a suitcase behind you about a mile and a half to the nearest green space or beach or other nice sunspot. This is where these come in. These are 2 bottles of premixed gin and tonics from Tanqueray. I'm going to be trying both of them today and kind of seeing what I think of them. So we've got 2 varieties of the standard Tanqueray and tonic here. We've got the original in the green bottle and we've got their Fleur de Seville in the clear bottle with the nice orange colour there. We've never done Tanqueray on the channel before. I don't know how I've overlooked that one. For your money, you get 275 millilitres of liquid and it's 6.5% alcohol by volume on both of them. So they're not going to floor you, and they do come in at 1.8 UK units. So that's actually a little bit more than a 25ml G&T would be. It's more kind of a home pour kind of a proportion. It doesn't actually specify how much gin to tonic is in here, but I would guess that it's fairly heavy on the tonic. I tend to have my gins relatively light on the tonic. I quite like the flavour of the gin, so I don't tend to dilute it down very much. So I might not be the target audience for these, but from a convenience point of view, I'm into it. The bottles don't have a lot to say for themselves other than they are expertly crafted. I'll be the judge of that one. Yeah, fuck it. Drink it as it was intended. Oh yeah, that's hitting a spot, man. Oh, it's so bright and nice. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting to be able to tear these a new arsehole because these kinds of things, I always look at them and I'm like, come on, really? But actually, I'm into that. It's really lemony. That's super refreshing. That's absolutely lovely. It's super lemony. There's a fair bit of the quinine coming through, and there's sort of a tickle of juniper coming through, kind of like you're walking past a Christmas tree, that kind of like a slightly pine. What am I saying? It is a little bit difficult to pick out the gin on its own, but that's kind of not the point of this. I feel like I'm in the wrong mindset. I'm in my normal kind of G&T review brain, and that's not what this is. This is take it out the fridge, take it with you, enjoy it on a hot summer's day, don't think too hard about it. And you know what? It's nice. If I was drinking that in a picnic and somebody said, how is that? I'd go, it's bloody nice. Would you like to try some? Tough shit, you're not allowed. Haha, stay 2 meters apart. What weird times we live in. I'm curious about this one now, because here's a weird thing. I've never had the Fleur de Seville. I've heard loads of great things about it, but I've never actually drank it. I'm excited to see what all the fuss is about. The colour's a bit weird. It's sort of like a peach sherbety kind of a colour. Okay, the smell's not great. It smells sort of like if you tried to describe orange to a robot. Fucking hell. It's very marmalade-y. Very like silver shred marmalade. Other marmalades are available, but you know, like super bitter, chunky marmalade. It's that kind of flavour you're getting through. There's like a little bit of sweetness, but it's not bright. It's very bitter. I don't hate it, but I think if I was to pick one over the other, I'd probably go with that one. It's got a lingering bitterness to it. This one's more kind of like a moorish, lemony, juniper kind of a gin and tonic, whereas this one's more kind of like a bitter, fruity kind of a gin and tonic. I've got to do scores for these, and I need to do them separately. So, how many bowler hats out of 5 would I give the Tanqueray original? I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Do you know what? It's good. It's a little more diluted than maybe I would do personally if I was doing my own gin and tonic, but it's lovely. It is genuinely, it's bright, it's got a little bit of bitterness to it. Do you know what? It is quite masterfully done. I hate giving credit to things like this, but you know what? They know what they're doing. It's a good gin and tonic. How many jars of marmalade would I give the Tanqueray Fleur de Seville? I give it a 3.5. It loses half a point purely because I think I was expecting something a little bit different from it, and it's knocked me a little bit. If you know what you're going into, if you're a fan of the Fleur de Seville, I would imagine this is banging. I've never had it before, and I think I had a different expectation compared to what it actually is. Still fantastic. Like, in terms of overall quality, it is faultless. I'm still going to drink it, it's still nice, don't get me wrong. If you're new to the channel and you are liking the shenanigans you're seeing so far, please do subscribe, and also thumb the video if you've enjoyed this particular one. But for those of you who have stuck around with me for a little while now, you will know what comes up next. I've got a thing here, and this is full of Japanese Kit Kats, and towards the end of each video I try a Japanese Kit Kat, because it's my show and I like chocolate. There's an orange one in here. I feel like that's appropriate because of this dude. So this is Clementine Sakura, I think? There's a cat on it. I mean, orange chocolate, normally you would do a milk or a dark chocolate. Orange white chocolate, that's something else. It smells super orangey. It's kind of sherbety. And I'm not picking up any Sakura, but then it's not something that I have very often, so maybe I'm just not noticing it. It's super mellow, but what you do get is, if anyone's ever had the orange club bars that McVitie's do, it's like the orange cream inside. And it's a little bit sharp, but not like mouth-puckeringly so. It's just right. These guys know what they're doing. This has been a fantastic day. I drank lots of gin, I've eaten a bit of chocolate. What more could I want? Thank you for sticking around. I hope that this was informative. Let me know down below, have you tried these before? What did you think of them? Do you like premixed gin and tonics? Do you like premixed cocktails? There's a few that I've tried in the past. I've got to say, these stand head and shoulders above the other stuff that I've tried, but to be fair, the other stuff I've tried has been devastatingly awful. So that was a low bar. Thumb the video if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't already from my original plea, then please do consider subscribing. One last thing, if you feel like assisting me financially in any way, I do have a Patreon. I'm not going to talk more about that, but there's a link down below. You can check it out in your own time if you want to. What I will say is thank you for watching, and join me next time for fuck knows, to be honest.